What is going on, guys? We're back with another video on Madden 18 Connected Franchise, and we're doing a fantasy rebuild of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is a voiceover, of course, for the first minute, because it takes me about 40 to 50 minutes to do trades, while only maybe a minute of it would actually be voiced. So, obviously, save myself a little bit of time, save you guys a little bit of my rambling, because when I don't do a voiceover, I get a little wild, you know? I remember when my doc was injured and he don't play good. That was so cringe, I'm sorry. Landon Collins for a bunch of our dudes. This was a mistake. Had Devontae Adams and I misclicked. So we're gonna, we'll fix that later. Evan Ingram, nice trade. Luke Kuechly, nice trade there. I mean, we're just going after big names after big names. Going for another big name, which is a draft pick. Marquise Lee is actually a really good player in Madden for Sim, but still going for draft picks. Once again, get another one. About to anyways. Get the old Buccaneers pick. Gonna go for David DeCastro. Will we get him? Obviously we will. Almost up to the old live com portion. Here we are. So we are back with a live version of this, and we have our roster. I think sucks that I did that stupid accidental trade for Jordy, but clearly I meant Adams, who I would have gotten just as easily. So we made that trade anyways. Insane team. Insane team. I really don't see a whole lot of weaknesses at this moment. I know there's a couple of guys that are a little bit on the older side, but for the most part, this should be a playoff team year one. I mean, usually they are, to be fair, but hopefully maybe a little bit more than the playoffs. Season goal, obviously. No, we're going to say divisional. I'm trying to think, is there anyone hard in this division? I mean, this should be a walk in the park division, should it not? Titans, I suppose. They do decently, to be fair, every once in a while. Marquise Browning was a rugby player just a few weeks ago, but his strength and endurance translates well to football. Not sure how much it's really going to matter for any of these guys. What was his name again? It was like Marquise Browning. There he is. Left end position we do not need at all. There really isn't a whole lot of positions we need. That's why it's fun winning a lot of Super Bowls with these fantasy-style teams, but you don't need the draft as much, which sucks because that's one of my favorite things to do. I suppose quarterback, Blake Bortles usually does very well in Sim, which is why I didn't trade for one, but you never know. He might not do well for us. It's usually how it works with EA is you don't get those AI luck. So some negotiations. Looks like only one guy really guaranteed a contract, Allen Robinson. We have quite a bit of money considering he's the only guy. Really? Oh, great. We just need to improve the... No. Going to the playoffs. Are we in it? We are at 12-4. Okay, so this is kind of sad because Titans were 10-6, but let's take a look at the Texans. You'll see why it's sad. Damn it. 12-4, though. Nice. Probably, wish it was a little bit better, but still, 12-4 is all right. This is why I say it's sad. They were 5-1, and then just L after L. Yikes. Let's take a look at ours. Do we have any crazy games? Kind of rough early. Wow. Blown up by the Seahawks that badly. Luckily, we don't have to, play them. Jags. Oh, we beat I didn't even realize we whooped them 35-0. Nice. It's a strong way to finish out the regular season. Huge win, too. I don't know what, the scenario would have been. Definitely not a bye week, but maybe not even division leader. Blake Bortles, pretty solid year. Leonard Fournette took a lot of those touchdowns away. Evan Ingram, almost 100 catches. That's a lot for a youngster, especially a tight end in general. Day-Day did well. Cam Robinson. Stats are a little rough, his ranking. So we go with a sick Kuechly year. 8 picks. Nice. Get one of those every once in a while. Josh Lambo, you wanted a contract? You will now not receive one. Congratulations. Brad Nortman will, though. 6th offensive rank. Defensive top 10, right? Number 3. Here we go. Were we close? Yeah, Bortles number 4 for MVP. Bortles did a classic Bortles. Luke Kuechly, Defensive Player of the Year. Rookie of the Year, Leonard Fournette. Usually it's Watson, if I'm not mistaken. Where was Defensive? Do we not have one? Yeah, whatever. Leonard Fournette was the best running back in general as well. And there's I'd say the NFC side probably has some of the better ones for winning the award specifically, but still pretty impressive. Really? Von Miller over Kuechly. Let's take a look at this stat line from Von. Probably broke the NFL record because, I mean, if he was good enough, why didn't he win Defensive Player of the Year? I don't know about that, EA. Unless he forced 2 fumbles. I don't know. I think Kuechly still outplayed him. 8 picks in general is rough to get, but 8 picks as a linebacker, all right. That's next level. 50K from Leonard Fournette. We got a couple of Pro Bowlers, maybe 3 Pro Bowlers. Same with Day, I believe, would probably have been a Pro Bowler. I don't know, actually. He had some pretty good just numbers in general. 4K coaching XP. Knockout O-line. And I suppose DB, because we do have a lot of young DBs. The best DB squad and probably one of the youngest DB squads for the talent. I mean, look at Leonard. Look at Leonard. What is he missing? Probably do the cover ball trait. Ooh. He didn't fumble. I'm not going to touch that. He didn't fumble on his own. If this was a user league, I would debate getting his... Nah, I wouldn't get any of his stats up. I would just go with trucking and stiff arm and all that. This is pretty spectacular, though. 91 everything, other than elusiveness, obviously. Never going to get that up. I just wish Bortles had a little bit more XP. 66 overall, 25-year-old here. I wouldn't say he becomes a starter, but, I mean, he's probably worthy for trade bait. 75 overall. He's nowhere near as good as I thought he was going to be. It's rare that you see the exterior guys get some XP, but that's exactly what Brandon Linder did here. Going against the Ravens, who somehow made the playoffs, but obviously first things first. Offensive line was great. Cam Robinson, really disappointing. I thought he was going to be like an 85 plus at the end of the year. He's 21, and he was a rookie. Not super great. Evan Ingram, though, super beastie player. Linebackers, Miles Jack didn't upgrade the way I thought he would. DBs are perfectly fine, though. Defensive line, kind of where I expected. So for the most part, we hit our goals the way I thought we would. Maybe a little bit above. Some of the players, like I said, defensively thought it was going to be a little more, but offensively, clearly, way better than I thought we would do. And we got a bye week in the playoffs first year. Thank God we had a decent seed, I think, because Patriots versus Steelers, I'd rather play the Ravens any day of the week. Obviously, they could easily beat us here. They have a top-tier defense, but let's be honest, we lose to this Ravens team where we had pretty much no chance of winning against the other side. And starting off, I believe we didn't get the ball first, so this is us going left to right. Start of the second quarter, up by only 3. Ravens defense, like I said, doing exactly what they need to do. Here you can see, start of the third quarter, it is going to be a 1-point deficit for us. Somehow offense is just doing nothing. Finally, they score 7. They get the 2-point. Offense on their side gets the score. Defense doesn't do well twice. And offense, 3rd and 10. Huge play to Evan Ingram. You can see why Evan Ingram got a lot of catches. He's a playmaker. And they're going to score 7. Actually, I don't know if they're going to score 7. Did we score 7? Yeah, we did. We scored 7. They will punt it. If offense can do its job, game will be over here. And I think the offense did just enough. There they go. Defense clutches up. And the offense kind of came alive in the fourth, winning the game 34-19. On to the AFC Championship game where we're hopefully playing the Steelers. Hopefully, maybe. Wow, similar games. Bortles is a bit more accurate, though. Rushing, Leonard Fournette's a top-end star. Evan Ingram was great. Defensively, great sack totals, as you would expect from the Jags. Both of the Smiths getting a pick. Tucker misses a field goal while Josh Lambo does his job getting 4 for 4 in that game. He 4 for 4 in that game, but yet out of that game he was, 12 for 18? So terrible. And wow, somehow, let's take a look at this thing. Somehow the Steelers beat the Pats. They beat the Patriots by 6. That's pretty impressive. Damn. I'm actually kind of shocked. I mean, this is the matchup we wanted, but doesn't mean we're going to win. So 12-4 to their 9-7. 93 over to their 87 overall. I mean, this could be a year 1 Super Bowl. It is really tough year 1, though, because there's some really damn good teams. But luckily, we're one of those. Now, I'd say the Jags, Falcons, and Eagles are the three main teams that I think of in Madden that are super stacked year one for Sim. Probably thinking of some other team, or missing some other team as well on the AFC side, but doesn't come to me right now, so I don't care. Patriots, I guess. And we score 7. We didn't get the ball first. Our defense just did well. Defense gave up some points there, though. They do block the field goal, I would assume. This is a crazy one. Please, no score. They do get a score. And before the half is over, we take a 2-point lead. This has been a wild one so far. Up by 5. Defense does its job. Start of the fourth quarter. Steelers ball, but, I mean, we're in a pretty good spot right now. A really good spot now. Offense just needs one more score. And I think you have to go for it there. I mean, that was like a 30-yard field position. Like, what did they really gain on that? Defense did really well there, to be fair. Great pump by them. Once again, I think another situation where the team should have went for it and they just didn't. 3rd and 8, a 9-yard pass to Fournette. That could be the game. And it is. We're on to the Super Bowl with the Jags year 1. Jags usually aren't in it until like year 3, so we did something right, I suppose. 17-12. Not a very impressive win, but still good enough to represent the AFC in the Soup or Bowl. So Bortles well outplayed Big Ben. Bell outplayed Fournette. Defensively, we had a lot more pressure than they did. That was 6 sacks right there. 6 sacks. Nice. And then 2 picks from the DBs. Kicker didn't miss a single one again. Overall, a really great game for the defense. Just offense really didn't score much. But luckily, that's all you need is a great defense around here. Hopefully, it's not the Eagles. Anyone but the Eagles I feel confident with. If it's the Eagles, I still feel confident, just not as confident. It's going to be the Eagles, surely. Saints, okay, so I believe we did lose to the Saints once before. What was the score at least? Damn it. Actually, we should have taken a look at the Super Bowl preview. Draft stories. We don't know. We do not know. Doesn't matter anyways. I let the AI do all the scouting anyways. Especially in the in these types of rebuilds. Fantasies. Wow, 38-10 over the Eagles. That's pretty impressive, so I'm not going to take this too lightly. 12-4, 93 to their 90, so a decent roster for sure, but is it better than this roster? I don't think so. I really don't. Speed is there. Wow, so fast on the agility as well. I mean, let's be honest, he's not really a tight end anyways. Underneath, wow, Bortles is so good. So far, our defense is looking, I would say, pretty similar. I'd say maybe a little bit better. Our offense really doesn't move the ball well at all in general. I mean, look at that. Like, what can you do? It's the fourth quarter. Defense does clutch up. What? Okay, maybe they didn't clutch up. Got to go for it here, and I don't know if they are. To be fair, they were. Catch 2 passes. Get out of here. No one cares. No one cares who's catching the passes. It's all about just catching the passes. Although it did go right to Robinson. Should have ever felt comfortable wasting clock. It's a bad decision. And that's so easily picked on these sliders. Like, why would you tip it into the sky? Went for the hit stick. At this point, I pretty much had to. We were down by way too much. And there goes the game. Okay, I just want a super sim now. I don't want to see this anymore. I'm calling a timeout. Give ourselves even a lesser of a chance, but obviously it's over. Somehow the Saints are the greatest to ever do. Can we get on with it? Holy crap. I guess I'm forced to watch all this. I'm going to booth review if his feet were in. I did think he looked like he kind of was out. But either way, they should give us our timeout back. But of course they won't because this game's stupid. Now we scored 7, but the defense has given up another 50,000. 45-14 against the Saints. Come on. Come on. We're the Jags. Come on. Well, year 1 was a Super Bowl, but we lost it, so that's pretty cool, you know. I don't want to see this. Let's move on. Blake Bortles 3 picks. I mean, 1 was mine, but still. Mine was a desperation play. I would assume his were early in the game when it was still within reach. Yeah, not a great game. So we have some negotiations here. Who's our top guy? No, thank you. Tyler Shatley. No, thank you. Your last name tells me all. No, thank you. Poles. Nah. I mean, he got quick dev, but nah. Nah. He's not a great player. He'll probably get some decent offers, though. Corey Grant. Not a bad player. I actually love him in Madden, but it is what it is. This isn't a realistic, so I don't need to keep any of these guys, and there's really no point to. This guy I'll keep because he knows his value. He's not worth anything. Get a little bit of depth on the old team. Peyton Thompson, I think that used to be a Giant, if I'm not mistaken. Javon Smith. I don't know where the money is on this team. They didn't pay Bortles, did they? I think they recently paid him in real life, but I don't think that would be reflected in the game just yet. I think we have a lot in rookie reserves, though. LeGarrette Blount. That would be one hell of a duo. I think he probably would join the Jags in real life as well, because he knows he wouldn't be a starter once again. I don't think at this point in his career he wants anything near that. Paul Richardson Jr., kind of out of nowhere, 84 overall. Kind of up there for no reason. Not really huge into any free agents. If we get Blunt, that'd be cool. Of course we don't. College players, any quarterbacks? Because, I mean, Bortles is good. We are looking for the future. Is Bortles the future? I don't know about that. But are any of these guys the future? Yeah, probably not. Derek Lawston, 6 foot tall, insane numbers. Might be one of the better prospects I've seen in quite some time. Logan LaForce, not bad. Some actually really good wide receivers in this draft. Some really solid names. AI went ham on wide receiver for some reason. I have no clue why. Like the AI has some sort of thoughts. Oh my god. This guy is probably the best offensive lineman prospect I've ever seen. I'm going to draft him. Definitely going to draft him. I think if he was an early first, I'd draft him. That might be the best offensive lineman prospect ever. I mean, that's ridiculous. I didn't actually take a look at all the numbers. I did see a 35 rep bench press, so that's pretty solid if you ask me. Wow. Let's take a look at that guy one more time. 491, 35-inch vertical just about. I mean, wow. Those are some insane numbers. If we're looking at our team, what do we need? Offensive lineman is not one of those things, sadly. But I don't think you pass up on that left tackle, so we're definitely going to take him. Wide receiver, don't need that. Tight end, don't need that. What's our quarterback situation? I mean, we don't even need a quarterback if we're being 100% honest. He was bad in the playoffs, but... So linebacker, and really just getting younger on the D-line. Because Calais is, what? 32. His stats still look pretty sick. 32 years old. Darius is not as good as he seems. So defensive lineman is a big thing for us. We could always end up trading some of these players for a superstar. And then filling those positions with a solid player. So we could probably trade one of our linemen for maybe a defensive tackle. Derek Lawston mid-first. Don't need a wide receiver. He'll probably be sick. Don't need him, though. Best available, I think, from the start of this draft to the end of this draft was Joe Alford, so we're going to take him. 81 overall. How is he considered the 40th ranked true talent? He's insane. He's actually insane with quick dev as well. Like, the only way he wouldn't be considered that good and true talent is if he was slow dev. And I'm going to take Sarton. Normal dev, 80 overall. There's your coverage linebacker right there if you want it. And I think we probably will want it. Nesbitt's a decent linebacker, but I don't think you can pass up Zach Marks. Normal dev. Okay, I guess you could pass him up. I think this guy's better than the last guy, though, because he is younger as well. This defensive end who has a great combine, I don't see anything in him. But you never know. Slow dev, 71 overall. They always hit you with that, huh? Because, I mean, if you look at his stats... If it wasn't for the slow dev, he'd actually be a great project. 6'4", 301, 22 years old, 71 overall, 92 strength, 87 power with 82 speed, 80 excel. Can't really pass up on those stats. I mean, those are really good stats for building around a player. Under 75 with quick dev is fine by me. Because I expect him to be around a 75. Alfred, insane offensive lineman. Sarton. Great player, smart player, but I think Marks, like I said, is a better player. Rich, lot of potential, but slow really does kill him. Jets, QB, 75 overall with slow. So, good thing we passed up on him. Almost did pull the trigger. Can't lie about that. I cannot lie. Could have, but I didn't. Marquise Browning, his strength is actually a little bit lower than I thought. He had 29 reps. That's 83 strength. That's 29 reps. I don't see it. But overall, he probably was worth the pick. Do I wish I grabbed him? I actually am going to go out on a limb and say this is the best defensive lineman I've ever seen. Because how are you going to teach 6'7", 251, 84 speed, 97 or 91 excel? He's got an 89 finesse, 78 power, 77 block shed. Not a huge fan of the strength, but 21 years old as well. Lost in normal dev, but insane 40 time. He had a 95 jump rating as well. That's really impressive. Ooh, LaFleur is 83 overall. Damn. He's a really good wide receiver. 92 speed, 94 excel as a 22-year-old 6'6 wide receiver with quick dev. That's shocking. Alexander Wells, amazing middle linebacker. Wow. The Browns, I think this is the best Browns draft I've ever seen. Usually they land they're definitely the best. I mean, they usually land some decent players, but wow, head to toe, they just nailed the draft. Amazing draft. I mean, I could see maybe why our guy was the 40th true talent, because there was some great players. So that's wild. That was clearly the best draft I've ever seen. I mean, some of the positions weren't great, but 90% of them were. That's wild. I mean, that D end, I don't know who took him. I can't even remember, but whoever took that D end, that's quite possibly the best D end ever. Dejon Parker, I think this is the fullback that we just missed. Although that wouldn't make any sense unless they released it right away. Either way, 85 overall starting rookie fullback. What a steal. It's actually kind of tough. If we get him, we get him. We got him. Let's put Bortles on the crappiest team in the league. I think Bortles makes them a playoff team, which worries me. Bortles for a first round straight up. Going to see the negotiations. Here we go. Landon Collins obviously gets a contract. The money situation is not bad, especially since we don't have to re-sign. Okay. Since we don't have to re-sign the old man Bortles, even though he's not an old man. Landon Collins needs a bonus. We'll do it. I just can't wait until we see MVP Bortles. It's going to be so fun. Where do we send him again? Ravens. Ooh, he's on our side too. Damn. Playoffs is all that matters, right? It's all that matters. If we make it, we make it. Yes. 14-2, so we up the ante a little bit and get ourselves 2 extra wins. Nice. Of course, we finish out the season with a 6-24 loss. So Tom Brady's MVP again. Deshaun Watson was great. I mean, he was on Bortles level. Ooh, 4 fumbles from Blunt. Blunt? Okay. Leonard Floyd, but Floyd, okay. Leonard Fournette. We figured it out. Dede Westbrook, good season. Devontae Adams, good season. Spread the ball around a little bit more. Cam Robinson really did not do well. Again, pass rush. Oh, no. In all fairness, I'm not mad at this guy because he's actually not bad, but it was supposed to be Sarton. It is what it is. Things happen, I suppose. Blanchard missed 4 field goals. Still better than Lambeau. Brad Nortman still good. Westbrook, punt return touchdown. I think we've bumped our yards by 3. Defense, we have dropped by 2. So, I mean, overall, a positive gain. Deshaun, number 2. Where's Bortles? Nowhere to be seen. Well, yeah. Were we the coach of the year as well, right? No? I thought we were. Maybe there's an AFC coach of the year. Defensive player of the year. Kuechly, number 2. Offensive rookie of the year. We had nothing. Defensive, number 3. And it was this Spencer Rich guy. I mean, good season by him, all things considered, though. Some good, a couple of awards, nothing too crazy. Where was Bortles? Bortles wasn't even on the list. How bad was he? Normally Bortles is up there. Maybe he's only good as a Jag. I don't know. Who do we play, though? The Browns. Welcome to the big leagues. I don't think I've ever played against the Browns in a rebuild. Like a legit, straight-up rebuild that doesn't have some sort of challenge attached. Well, how do you do? Like I said, the Browns. Debatably the best, team I've ever seen them draft. I mean, they drafted some talent. Oh, the LaFours was terrible. That sucks. I really believed in LaFours for them. Still, insane. What kind of XP do we have, though? Deshaun, 24K. Alfred, superstar. Devontae got a lot of XP for wide receiver of the year. I know it's a good award to win, but I'm actually a little shocked that he got that much. I love our backup wide receivers are all super speedy slot receivers. It's insane. Where is this? Where's my dude? Ugh, man. Nothing went well, did it? Nothing went right at all. Let's fix that certain thing or certain. So, definitely looking for a defensive end. Biggest thing. The rich guy played well. I mean, I can't really lie. I mean, he played well. It's just, I wish Sarton was in because he had a bit more potential since he didn't have slow dev. Coaching XP, I suppose, goes to wide receiver. Since Deshaun with 23K will probably get to like a 93. Let's take a quick glance of the upgraded team. Pretty solid. +3 gives Deshaun a 95 overall. Let's take a look at Bortles' season just for the hell of it. Might as well. Bortles to the Ravens. Yeah, Bortles is actually really bad considering he's almost always godly. Against the Browns. I mean, if we lose to the Browns, I might call it a rebuild. Like, I know I usually do at least 3 seasons, but 95 to their 86, and it's the Browns. Yeah, I actually might call it a rebuild. I think everyone loves the Browns. Every YouTuber in Madden, the Madden YouTubers, we all love the Browns, I think. I think we all have a series that just destroys it involving the Browns. Pretty much. Or at least a video. Maybe not a series, but just a video. 14-0. 14-7. 21-7. And start of the third quarter, it's only an 11-point game. I mean, I expected better. Here we go. Defense makes a clutch play. 28-10. Start of the fourth quarter, and yeah, we're 35-10. It's a blowout. Now, I mean, props to the Browns for making it, though. I mean, that rookie did some, did a number. 49-10, though. Kind of what we expected. 49-10. 39-point victory. The Browns got to be very happy with themselves with the way they drafted. 8-7-1. Not a super impressive record, but for the Browns, that's like out of this world. Their rookie quarterback, he only threw 1 pick. Wasn't bad. 4 touchdowns for Fournette. So, yeah, Deshaun Watson had a super career game. Just obviously all the touchdowns went to the ground. And probably the defense. Defense probably got 1, right? Nope. Either way, on to the championship game already, which is pretty nice. That's why I love that bye week. 2 bye weeks back-to-back seasons. Moving on against who? The Steelers or the Patriots? The Patriots. Sweet. I'm excited to lose. 95 to their 92. That's the highest squad we have played so far. Saints gave us a whooping, and they were 3 behind. What do you know? 17-7. Patriots not doing well. I mean, they're not doing well. Start of the third quarter, we're up 24-7. I don't think anyone's going to count them out. They might now, though. I think most of us would count them out now. Defense holds up. Oh, my God, defense. They scored, but it took them like 2 minutes. Offense is clutch as hell. Yeah, we beat the Patriots. Wow, picked as well. Damn, 38-15. Headed to the Super Bowl, clearly the favorites by far. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. 15-38. I mean, the Patriots just, they got whopped. Take a look. 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. Brady, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. That's how he's going to retire. I mean, that's a little bit of a stain on the old career, considering. Still an amazing career. Just kind of wild that we actually did that. 3 picks on Brady. I don't know if I've ever seen 3 picks from Brady in a sim game. Yay, my audio cut out. I'm so happy. It's awesome. Super excited about it. But we are going against the Eagles in the Super Bowl. 95-95. And here we are going to play a snap. And, oh, it's Evan Ingram outrunning the slow, I believe, Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks is really slow in this game. Evan Ingram is pretty much a wide receiver, if you guys weren't aware. Start of the fourth quarter, we are up by 1, and now we are up by 8. The game is nearing an end. If defense can hold up, which they did well there, might be able to win a Super Bowl. 4th and 1, I don't know. I trust the D, but I also trust the offense. I think I would have went for it and just keep hunting the ball. The defense is clutching up. And, wow. The defense completely clutched up 4 downs in the 10-yard line, and they couldn't do anything, and we're going to win the Super Bowl. We actually win 28-20 over the Eagles. And, yeah, that's a win. Super Bowl achieved, first year with Deshaun Watson, and it's a Super Bowl win. I think that's a pretty big success. Obviously, one of the better teams we've ever had. Obviously, also a great roster to start with, so it's not like it's the hardest thing in the world. Falcons moving on to the Jags. 2 semi-easy teams. Eagles do not win it over us, though. We have too good of a defense. To be honest, the defense clutched it up, completely locked down the game. The offense was very iffy in that fourth quarter. Pretty much the second half in general. Leonard Fournette gets the game MVP of the Super Bowl, and we'll see if he deserves it or not. Usually they don't give it to the player. I would say 9 times out of 10, they don't give it to the player that deserves it. So we'll see this time. Leonard Fournette was really good in the playoffs, though. Really just good in every single game, pretty much. Anytime he touches the ball, any game, he's a god. I'm not a huge fan of the numbers selections. Kind of gross, but it is what it is. Super Bowl champions, the Jacksonville Jaguars. And take a look at these stats. Deshaun Watson was very nice. Leonard Fournette was pretty solid, can't lie. Was he the best on the team? I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up at that point. Probably would have given it to Watson in real life, so kind of shocked they didn't do it here. Ramsey, of course, another pick. So we let most of our guys go. We let the fullback go as well. I mean, he's a good fullback, but it's a fullback. Let's just be honest. It's a fullback. We let Yeldon go, but no one's offering him at the moment. There is tons of running backs. I've never gotten Marshawn Lynch before. I kind of want him, but I don't want to pay him money, and that's kind of what every player wants. 43 points, there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance? Yes, I am. It's advanced. I'd be shocked if we got anyone. Who do we get? No one. And scoutings are still on the AI's list of things they do, which is sweet. Love it. Holy crap. Sean Dillon. This guy could actually very well go early first. He's a top-tier tight end. Tell you what, the back-to-back draft's pretty solid. Pretty solid. I mean, I didn't really fully take a look because, once again, not much we need, but do have the number 2 overall pick. I wonder how high that tight end will go. Like, realistically, that tight end should go top 5. I would take him top 5 if I needed one. Let's go to the Bears. Moving down to number 5. Surely that tight end's going to go high, right? Tight end's still there. Same with the running back. I mean, those are 2 talents I don't think you can pass up on. But hey. So what we're going to do here, going to reach a little bit for this this Blizzard guy. Played DT for us. Superstar Dev. Didn't expect him to be that good, but holy crap. Amazing talent. And then we will be taking best available at 25. And after that, probably just trading down the rest of the draft. So from Jason Witten to a better super beast Jason Witten. Taking Sanchez, Madden, don't care. 76 overall, normal dev. Number 3 overall, very fast. Very fast. What's his agility? 92, 90 elusiveness. Jumping's average. Route running. I might have to take a look at his route running ability. Like his ability to catch the ball. What was his catching? 62. Okay, he's just good at route running. A late first round talent. I'm going to take him, I guess. 77 overall normal. One of those chip on the shoulder type players. Super beastie player. Will he start? Absolutely not, but still a great player. School, superstar dev. Quick dev anyways. Coverage player, so another player that we can't really use. Take a look at our class. I don't think we need to look at any other teams because we didn't scout any of the players. So there's really not anyone that we know of. Madden. Sanchez Madden, great player. We now know his full stats. No catching. Kick returner is decent. I think we'll put him as a kick returner, though. Rashawn Bright. Great wide receiver. Can't really do much for us. LaMarcus Blizzard. Insane. Definitely better than it says he was going to be, but Obviously, I saw something in him to want him. Just a great overall team. But let's go on to our final season, as we already won a Super Bowl. Year 1, I actually don't remember what happened. I think we made the Super Bowl, did we not? And we just barely... No, we got destroyed by the Saints in the Super Bowl. That's what it was. So many running backs, don't even know what to do with them. Sanchez is actually probably our best bet because he's got really good carrying for a youngster. How much money did the Jags pay Darius? He's still got a 15 mil pen? Holy sheezels. I mean, we're pretty much going to have to keep him at this point. It's a superstar backup, I suppose. Look at all the backups we have here. Let's put Miles Jack in middle. We have our lineup. We made our draft pick trades. Nothing too spectacular. Just moved our pick in like a third round for Jets. Then moved a second, third, and a fourth for the Jets next year. This is the squad. I have a little bit of XP to rock with. Probably use it before we sim. But overall, pretty solid squad. If Blizzard doesn't start, I swear to God, Superstar Dev, 85 overall, like 22-year-old DT isn't going to at least be number 2. I'll kill myself. I promise. But let's go on to our final season and win another Super Bowl. Damn it. Oh, there be some big names, I tell ye. Jalen Ramsey. Ooh. Yeah, we do have some names here. Okay, so a money situation's not as good as I thought we would have. To be fair, a lot of the money will be going to Jalen, who's very beastly. So, happy to stay. Jack Conklin clearly gets a deal. Yannick. That's tough. Kevin Byard clearly gets a deal. Miles Jack actually could probably play safety. I'm just going to go on a limb and say we can't bring back Jalen Mills. It's just not going to happen. Yannick, though, it's not even just about him being like a 50-50 overall player, but more or less him being a bad performer as well. So we left the likes of Yannick and Miles Jack on the board there for re-signing. So, very well could lose one or both of them. 2 players that I think are expendable in Madden specifically. And Deshaun Watson is the MVP of the league. 15-1. We lost that one game early, so let's take a look. Who was it? The Colts by 7. The Colts of all teams were the team to win it. I really don't want to see the XP. Don't want to see the XP. Let's go to the scheme. See, look at that. No Cheetles at all. Take a look at these stats. Deshaun Watson, of course, MVP. Pretty damn solid stats if I do say so myself. 4 touchdowns, but he did fumble 5 times. He had 46 touchdowns, while the rushing offense had like 40 touchdowns themselves or something like that. It's absolutely insane. Leonard Fournette, clearly best running back, without a doubt. Receiving, Dede Westbrook, solid. Devontae Adams, solid. Evan Ingram had 100 catches as a tight end. It's unbelievable. Offensive line, Cam Robinson still struggling. Yannick on a contract year gets 17.5. Campbell 15. Blizzard with 10.5. Picks, Luke Kuechly 6. 5 for Ramsey. Kicking, Carter Thomas. Good stuff. Norman falling off a little bit. Sanchez Madden. Nice kick return touchdown. Offensive yards number 1. Defensive yards probably in the top 3. I don't know. Don't even know. So Jags number 1, number 4, and that is it. Coach of the year. AFC side, number 1, number 2. That's it. Defensive player of the year, number 2, number 3. Offensive rookie of the year, Sanchez Madden was number 2. And he was just a backup. Defensive rookie of the year, Blizzard. I'm actually a little shocked by that. Deshaun Watson, quarterback of the year. Running back, Fournette is player of the year. Offensive line, 5 linemen. All 5, top 5. Not bad. DB, Jalen Ramsey. Kicker, no. Jesus, what are the XP totals going to be like? It's unbelievable. What a sick season. Going against the Jets, wow. Look at this, 37K. I mean, what about look at how easy it is when your team's godly. I mean, this is insane. Defense, once again, not really a lot, except for Blizzard. Blizzard's a top-tier beast. Missing a couple of traits. Let's get those done. Throw power. I mean, once you use throw power, it's like right down the drain. The XP goes 99. Oh, 98. Close. Evan Ingram's almost a 99. I know his stats don't really reflect it, but EA says he's a 99, so, or almost a 99, so suck it, nerds. Oh, Jesus, that's funny. Take a look at the old roster. Pretty solid stuff. I mean, it's insane. Let's take a look at Evan Ingram. Superstar dev, but really doesn't reflect a 99 overall tight end. I like the speed, obviously. His awareness is very high, to be fair, but like, I mean, really, it's not the greatest player in the world for that superstar tight end type. Devontae actually overtakes Allen Robinson as the best wide receiver on the team now. And yeah, just an insane roster. Just an absolutely insane roster. Going on against the old Jetaroos. 95 to their 84. I don't know if we're going to get higher than a 95, but we're basically a 99 if there ever was one. Jets did win a game in the playoffs, which means, you know, hey, they might not be so bad. Got to be very weary of that. Madden, I know we played faster, you know, played as faster guys, but there's something about running backs that just feel different. So we'll see. Little spinnies. Oh, big hit though. Haven't really played much with Deshaun. I almost called him Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Watson. So play a couple of snaps. It's always this damn PA crossers play. Jags love this play. I don't know why. I'd actually love to see a little Evan Ingram action. Great block by Evan. That is a terrible throw. First throw is garbage. This isn't the best Leonard Fournette I've ever seen, but he's a damn good one. There you go. Ooh, stumble recovery, 4-yard gain. Probably should have drafted a backup tight end, actually. Marshawn Lynch. Look at Evan Ingram. Who is this? It was a linebacker? I mean, that guy looked really fast. There must just be a really fast damn middle linebacker because they didn't. It's not like Evan was slow. It looked like they both looked like they were going full speed. Oh, my Lord. How's that even fair? The points are like the score is really close. Well, there we go with 7 points. 10-point lead, start of the third. 27 to 10. Defense locking up. Offense driving down easily. 34 to 10. I mean, it looked close for a while, and then just this right before the half, and then second half, just too dominant. I mean, they came close here, though. Actually, are we going to choke this? Defense is too clutch. That would be so devastating as a Jets fan. To get that close on a comeback would have been one of the greatest comebacks of all time, considering the roster differences. What a play. What a try, but in the end, not enough. Too big of a deficit, and we move on to the championship game just like that. 3 straight years of a bye week, which is pretty spectacular. I believe we had a bye week year 1, didn't we? McMahon was good. Watson was a little bit better. He did throw a pick, though. I don't like when my guys throw picks. Leonard Fournette, almost 5 yards per carry. Very good stuff. Robbie Anderson, super underrated in Madden. Nothing really too spectacular on the receiving side. Defensively, do we have like a lot of sacks or anything? Not really. Picks. Ramsey and Telvin. Going on, like I said, though, to the conference game. Who's it going to be against? Maybe the Steelers, maybe the Patriots. Surely it wouldn't be the Patriots, though. Tom Brady's the warrior. At least you think he would be. It seems like whenever Tom Brady retires on Madden, Patriots don't feel it at all. They just keep trucking. Chargers, ooh. The Falcons rebuild ended with us losing the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken. It's just so annoying because, yeah, the Chargers are good, but both this team and the Falcons team were better. And starting of the game, 3-7 now. Offense is doing well. Defense is holding up, which is very hard. The Chargers, for whatever reason, just are so glitchy on offense. Phillip Rivers usually gets it done super quickly. We put up a lot of points, but the Chargers are not far behind in this game. It's an 11-point game, start of the second half. Defense stops us. We're only up by 3. Start of the fourth. It looks like they are going to get... No, they aren't. Oh, maybe they will. We're up by 10. Force them to a field goal. Defense did exactly what they needed to. And with that touchdown, that's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for... Yep, there it is. I think that's another trip to the Super Bowl. I think it is. And it really wasn't as close as it seemed here late. We just kind of dominated on defense, giving us a 52-24 lead, or win anyways, over the Chargers, who are very hard to beat. Although Phillip Rivers, 24.9 rating with 4 picks thrown. This defense locked them. Absolutely destroyed the Chargers passing game, at least. Rushing game was actually pretty decent, but Boye with 2, Kuechly with 1, Ramsey with 1. Ramsey always makes his way onto the thumbnail, doesn't he? Every fantasy, it seems. The guy just doesn't value him much, so it's actually really easy to trade for him. And then, obviously, he does the rest. He's an amazing sim player. And completely breaking last rebuild cycle, the Chargers and Falcons lose the final game. Damn it. Final week. I would assume the Seahawks had to play. Yeah, they did. 7 over the Rams. Divisional, I don't know, what was that, 15 over the Eagles. Then they beat, I don't know what the hell that, 18 maybe? That was 17 actually, I don't even know. 15-1 to their 10-6, back-to-back years, question mark, 95 to their 92. The final 4 quarters of this rebuild, can we finish out strong, starting strong, really strong, start of the second quarter, 14-0. Defense gives up 7. Offense gets down there, scores 3. Defense gives a short field. Offense scores 7. Seahawks aren't going away, though. Only up by 10 and only up by 7. Start of the fourth quarter, up 14. Our ball. If we score a touchdown here, I think it's over. I think we won back-to-back Super Bowls. Ooh, Seahawks get a nice drive. Yeah, too dominant. The whole team just picks up off of the others' failures. If the defense is struggling, the offense picks it up. If the offense is struggling, defense picks it up. And that's back-to-back Super Bowl wins. The Jags, very potent team, great team in Madden. Seems like they're one quarterback away. I know Bortles isn't the worst quarterback in the world, but let's be honest. If there was like a Drew Brees playing on that team, you'd probably see a Super Bowl last year, or very, a little bit closer than it was. The Jags did technically screw themselves. They had a trip to the Super Bowl planned. Kind of blew that one, but hey, Jags fans, you got back-to-back Super Bowls here. That's good, Get something going for yourselves. Got a, up-and-coming team. I would say quite a bit more potential than the Packers, especially since the Packers are in the NFC, which I would say clearly at this point, the talent is well better in the NFC. And the quarterback actually wins Super Bowl MVP, which is very shocking. Normally it's some running back or tight end or wide receiver or something. Just so unexpected. And yeah, we did it. We did it. Kuechly holding that trophy, wearing number 51. That's numbers are gross. Devontae at number 82. I'm not liking the numbers. I'm not liking it. Sean Watson takes over the team. Does damn well. And we win back-to-back years, I believe. Unless I'm completely wrong and we didn't win last year, but I'm pretty damn sure we did. Defense forcing picks as usual. Chris Carson completely, and I mean completely locked down. Deshaun Watson probably did deserve MVP. He was pretty solid, although Day-Day Westbrook was nice too. Any defensive people? Jalen getting another pick. Thomas missed the field goal. Luckily, it did not matter one bit. And yeah, another win. But yeah, that was a nice little game. 48-31 is the final score, and that's the final game in this rebuild. So, insane team, as we usually do with these fantasy rebuilds. Obviously, when we do teams of lesser talent, we did the Falcons and Jags. Quite possibly number 1 and number 2, or number 2 and number 1, your choice of best teams to rebuild for fantasies. It's going to be a lot easier. But, when we move on to these harder teams, you best believe it's not going to be so simple. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys come back next video. But first things first, if you have any suggestions, let me know. Experiment, what ifs, rebuild challenges, rebuild teams. Probably do a fantasy next week. Maybe another, not a fantasy. Realistic next week, and then probably a fantasy on the weekend. We'll see, though. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,